Wonderful and continuous products coming out of this company. Today we are looking at the Cuttlechron from MMI Watches, a bronze lume monster. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chase and this is All Things Random, mostly watch reviews with some random stuff sprinkled in between. Trust me, the random stuff is coming. Now today we are looking at another watch from MMI Watches. We are coming to the end of the year and I'm trying to push out videos all the time. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It's free, really does help the channel. And coming up soon, I will be doing a giveaway from Exquisite Time Pieces. They are sponsoring a giveaway for my 20,000 subscribers. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's first hop into the details of this watch. Always details first, then my opinions at the very end. So today we are looking at another MMI watch. Specifically, this is going to be the Cuttlechron. Now this is going to be made of CUSN8 marine grade bronze. Now, unlike a standard bronze diver, because this is made of an alloy, this is not going to patina as fast or wear as fast as a standard full bronze diver. So there's some pros to that. Specifically, the case is 42 millimeters in diameter. The lug to lug or footprint of this watch is also 42 millimeters. You can see the lugs are hidden underneath the watch case. So they say this wears more like a 40 millimeter watch. I'm going to argue it's going to wear more like a 38 millimeter watch, even though the overall is 42. The thickness of this is going to be 12 millimeters. You can see that it does have a slightly domed sapphire crystal. That sapphire crystal is 2 millimeters thick and has AR coating on it. I actually love the fact that it's not overly domed. It's just done slightly, just enough to where it creates some distortion right there on the edges. I do think this is an absolutely beautiful watch. The bezel on this watch is 120 click. Unidirectional bezel. It does have a ceramic bezel insert. So that ceramic bezel is going to look very high polish. It's going to look new for a lot longer. Inside of not just the dial on those round indice plots, but along the bezel itself, it is lumed. And the lume is Super Luminova X1BGW9. This thing is a lume monster. I'll show you in just a minute. Now inside this watch, it does have a screw-down crown, 150 meters of water resistance, is a premium Miyota 9015 movement. Hacking, hand winding, pull it out to the first position, and it has a roto date, their signature date wheel on the inside of the watch. Pull it again, hacking and hand winding. The Miyota 9015 movement is a premium movement from Miyota, offers 24 joules, vibration rate of 28,800 vibrations an hour. So that second hand ticks at 8 ticks a second. So it is a high beat movement. Again, hacking, hand winding, 42 hours of power reserve. Now let's take a quick walk around the case. Again, this is going to be made of CUSN8. This is going to be a 92% copper, 8% tin bronze alloy. It does have some almost high polishing. It's mostly brushed. You really don't want a high polished bronze watch because what's going to end up happening is this thing is going to end up slowly patinaing over time. So it's going to have maybe some slight graining around the edges. This is just one of the things that you enjoy about a bronze watch. A bronze watch is going to patina over time to a unique specification to your watch and your watch only. No two bronze patinas are going to be the same. So you are going to have almost like a vintage look over time. So if you aren't a fan of that, they do offer this watch in a stainless steel watch, but I'm a big fan of the bronze because I do like that uniqueness about it. Now on the case back, which is a screw down case back, is an oil pressed cuttlefish. Now this thing is extremely three-dimensional because it's oil pressed and not laser engraved, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It just adds just a little bit more uniqueness to this watch. It does have a stainless steel case back, and that's mostly because people sometimes have an allergic reaction to any type of alloy material Stainless steel normally is a non-allergenic material. Plus, if this thing does start to patina, it's not going to leave any markings on the wrist. The dial on this one specifically is the green dial version with the green bezel. It does have beautiful horizontal brushing across it. Applied indices all the way around, round from 1 to 11. Their unique 12 o'clock indice right there, just underneath the 12, MMI logo just underneath that, and of course, their classic roto date, that is indicative of MMI. It's on 95% of their watches. I think the only watch that it's not a part of is the Washi paper dial Norlight series. That's the only one I've seen that doesn't have the roto dial. Everything else does. It is their signature for the watch company, and I really do like it. This thing does have a vintage leather strap. The lug width on this is going to be 20 millimeters. It is a nice leather strap, quick release spring bars, and again, it does have a matching buckle and tang. This just gives it, again, more of that overall vintage aesthetic that you would expect from a bronze diver. Outside of the horizontal brushing, the indice plots, one of the things that I do like about the attention to detail on this watch is going to be the orange accents. The orange second hand does pop like that orange date indicator. Just the small touches that I really appreciate. So let's toss it on my 7¼ inch wrist. And here's the watch on my 7¼ inch wrist. You can see that it actually wears slightly small. I guess maybe when they say a 40 millimeter watch diameter is how it fits, it does. I would say 39 to 40 millimeters. That definite small lug to lug of 42 millimeters does make this fit slightly smaller on the wrist. And the pure fact that it's only 12 millimeters thick means it's going to slide underneath the cuff of any sleeve extremely easily. Now, like a lot of watch from MMI watches, I do like the fact that they do have their signature roto date. It's for some people, it's not for some people. Some people I've heard down in the comments below say it's slightly cluttering of the dial. Then I look at some of the other watches out there and I think not really at all. I think it's their unique touch that makes it their own timepiece. Now, one of the things that I do really love about this watch is the unique case shape. It is a cushion style case shape and it's not overly large. I like the fact that the lug to lug on this is the case diameter of 42 millimeters, so it does fit small on the wrist like I've already said. Now, I like some of the colors that they're coming out with. I really do like the green with the bronze. I also like some of the other colors that they have too. One of the things I don't like is the fact that this watch is only available currently on Kickstarter, and I got this thing late, and there's only a few days left of the campaign, so I tried to push out this review as fast as I possibly could. If you are interested in this watch, down in the description below, I'm going to link their Kickstarter. It's only good for another few days, and then I'm sure, like all MMI watches, it's going to be available on their website, which I will also leave down below later in the future. Now, what are some cons about this watch? Now, a lot of people don't like bronze divers, but they also took that into account and made it a stainless steel version too. So if you like the stainless steel, get the stainless steel. If you like the bronze, get the bronze. One of the things that I do like about bronze divers, again, is the unique patina that comes from the case. Some people do not like that. They want their Rolex Submariners to last forever, right? That's why a lot of people buy a lot of the newer models of high-end luxury watches because they're using case materials and they're using materials like this thing has a ceramic bezel insert. So some people are buying these newer watches because they will look newer for longer. So you have the sapphire crystal. The sapphire crystal is going to make that dial look great forever, right? It's not going to scratch up. The bezel insert is going to look new for nearly ever, right? Something like a Rolex uses their 904 stainless steel, which is supposed to be more durable, right? Look better for longer. A bronze diver is not going to do that. The face of this watch is going to look new forever because it has a beautifully domed sapphire crystal air coating, and it does have a ceramic bezel insert, so it's going to look newer for longer. But the entire thing is going to start patinaing, and it's going to look like an ancient relic like you'd see in a marine museum, which is, again, one of the cool things I do like about this watch. And then I like that cuttlefish on the back. The oil-pressed cuttlefish on the back gives a wonderful and beautiful three-dimensional design that you don't see on most watches because most watch companies will just do a laser engraving, a laser etching, so you have just barely a tactile feel. But this thing is so three-dimensional that it's just an extra step they didn't have to do, but they did anyway, like MMI tends to do on most of their watches, right? These things are not very expensive compared to other micro brands out there. So if you do like what MMI is doing, support them and check out the links down below. Now, I've said before, I got a lot of videos coming out in the future that are not watch videos, and I do. So speaking of marine divers, the next video I'm actually going to release is an Orca Torch video. That is a video of an underwater dive light, and I'm going to do a quick review without the water first of a dive scooter along with the flashlight. So take a look out for that. Then next weekend, I'm going to be getting in the swimming pool, and I will do the full review on the underwater scooter because I love diving. It's such a hassle to have to rent out a pool for underwater scooter. So give me a little bit of grace. That stuff is coming. I also have other things coming for right around the holidays. So mostly watches, some random stuff, but I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 watch reviews coming up in the next 3 weeks, along with other products tossed in between. Again, holiday seasons are right around the corner. 20,000 subscribers, giveaway from Exquisite Time Pieces. So guys, as always, hit the subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.